Welcome to the Dude Fax podcast. We're so glad you're here. We're four guys that are united by a love for coffee, Jesus, and corny jokes. In the past, we all served in ministry together. In the present, we create podcasts to help you get through your week. And in the future, we aspire to be the granddad that teaches his grandkids to pull his finger. So if you love Java, Jesus, and dad jokes, you're going to fit right in. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of Joe, and enjoy this week's episode of the Dude Fax podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeff, and welcome to the Dude Fax podcast. We have a special episode for you today. This is going to be a best of episode to include some of our favorite clips from 2023. Of course, it is now 2024, and many of you listened to our New Year's Day episode, and we're so thankful for that. The plan was to have some new stuff to start off the new year, but we are going to change gears just a little bit. If you follow us on social media, you are already tracking that our dear brother Josh recently lost his father. And we ask that you join us in continuing to pray for him and pray for his family. And in the meantime, we have decided as a podcast, as good friends and brothers in Christ, to take a short break from filming and recording. But in the meantime, we will share some of our favorite moments from the first year of the podcast. And we're so thankful that you have been joining us over this last year. And we look forward to what's in store for 2024. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share some of the lighter, funnier moments of the podcast. And the reason being is that we love the heavy hitting conversation as well, but really feel like those are best heard in full context. The silly stuff, not so much. However, before we get into this first clip, let me just remind you that we absolutely love humor. If you haven't figured that out yet, we love humor. At the same time, we absolutely love Jesus. Don't ever mistake that. We love Jesus. We love serving him, and we always want to represent him well. But because we share that deep love for laughter, joy, and overall silliness, we know that some of you out there, hopefully none of you listening, but if you are listening, maybe this will help. Some of you out there have a different idea of what humor should and should not be. Now, we might talk about that down the road, having an entire podcast on just humor. But we feel like sometimes our world takes itself way too seriously. And that's not to dismiss anything serious that happens. We absolutely want to be there for that and be appropriate. But sometimes in church life, which is often what we talk about, we want to encourage our church to be joyful and to have a little bit of fun. But oftentimes we see that there's the opposite mindset out there. And really the church should be a place filled with laughter and joy and all that fun stuff. Now, I don't want to get on a soapbox today because I want to get right to the clips. But we just like to have a little bit of random fun and hope that you enjoy our random fun as well, and that it brightens your day. We do that really because of the love of Jesus in our hearts. I truly do believe that the church could use some more laughter. And I think the church sometimes does itself a disservice by not embracing humor and maybe being rather prudish at times, which really masks the joy that is found in a relationship with Christ. So we invite you today to just enjoy some laughter along with us. And if it's not funny, hey, that's okay. Enjoy some laughter somewhere else. But this first clip that we're going to share is from a couple months back. It's when we talked about the crazy Florida man stories that are out there. They're wild, and we shared them. So enjoy. So Josh spent some time in Florida this week. I was in Florida the week before. I was also there
for Spanish
in
listeners,
May.
That's Florida.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then Ryan, were you in Florida this year as well at some point?
Yeah, in July.
Okay, so Ryan was in Florida in July. So we've been Dude Fax in Florida all up. But every time I go to Florida, I can't help but think of the amazing Florida man stories that we often see pop up in the headlines. And if you're not tracking this for our listening audience out there, some of the most outrageous news headlines that you will ever read come out of the great state of Florida. In fact, it's gotten so ridiculous that there's a website dedicated to showing you all the amazing Florida man headlines that have been written over the years. In fact, you can Google Florida man and any calendar date, and you'll find more than likely find a bizarre Florida man story occurring on that day, because it is a daily occurrence. They're happening all the time. Headlines like, Florida man found a grenade while fishing and then took the explosive to Taco Bell, which is a real headline. So, yeah. And who knows? I mean, it would go off and you wouldn't even know because it's Taco Bell.
So that's not the only explosive thing happening.
Yeah.
He lived Menos. No mas Menos.
Yes. Just Menos. So I thought it would be fun to take some amazing Florida man headlines and look at them today, starting with our birthdays. And the goal is just to sort of read the headline. I didn't do a huge deep dive into all these stories because there's so many, but we can have some fun ourselves guessing the rest of the story based on the headline. So, Josh, since you were the most recent one to go to Florida, we're going to start with your birthday, which is May 23rd. So happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
1955.
Yeah. Back when Marty went to Back to the Future. Right?
That's right.
All right. On May 23rd, 2018, this headline popped up. A Florida man was arrested after telling a playground full of kids where babies come from.
Sweet.
And I did deep dive into that story a little bit. Apparently, this guy climbed some playground equipment and just started yelling it out to the children.
Oh, gosh.
But was he at least like technically correct, medically correct terminology? And
that I don't know.
Poop him out.
If you Google the picture, I don't know if this guy is spitting anything right. So the very next year, May 23rd, 2019, we have a Florida man caught on camera standing in sunroof while driving on Interstate 4. And the subheadline was this. The man was quoted as saying, "I thought it would be a nice way to praise God for a minute," he told the state trooper. So, excellent. Apparently he was praising God on the interstate.
Yeah, I'm sure the Lord was honored by that.
I think he was. You can actually see the video
It sounds
online.
like he was trying to get ready to meet God.
Jesus, take the wheel.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know what he's using to control the wheel, like his knees. I mean,
that's just impressive.
I knew immediately.
That is impressive.
All right.
All right. So Grant, since you're making the jokes there, your birthday's on June 15th. So happy belated birthday to you too.
Thanks.
Here is a good one. June 15th, 2020. And this is appropriate for you, Grant. Florida man pushes pastor, knocks churchgoers to ground because service was too loud, police say. So
it's happened.
Don't know if that's ever happened at your church, but apparently it happens
part
in
of
Florida.
the service? Like, was he there for it, or was
Because
he
it
just like come from outside and was like, "Hey, it's too loud in here"?
Yeah, maybe he was a neighbor of the church.
Shoving people over.
Stop!
Gosh.
Yeah. Maybe that's the way he worships.
He's going to hate heaven.
I thought you were going to say it was because the church was like running too long. Like the service was going too long.
That could have been it.
And he really wanted to get to watch a football game.
I'm wondering if it was the same guy that was driving down the interstate.
It could be. I mean, those are fairly closely related.
Yeah. All right.
Do you guys hear that? I don't think you do. Okay, good. Because I have a video of Florida man standing out of his car driving.
Oh, yeah. Pop it up. Let's see what we got.
All right, hold on one second. There it is.
This is the great adventure. Oh.
Florida man standing in his sunroof while driving his Cadillac down I-4. Look inside. There's nobody else in there.
Okay, what's he driving with?
Just hours ago. They tell News 6 they busted Leonard Olson. There he is. Shortly after this dangerous drive played out Tuesday on I-4 in Polk County. Olson told investigators he was in cruise control and, quote, the car drives itself and has a gigantic computer in it. Traffic safety expert Cooper Steve said.
A gigantic computer in it.
Oh, that's why. He was driving with his gigantic computer.
In the backseat.
That's awesome. So this year, Grant, on your birthday, there was the headline, Florida man hurls knife over GameStop meltdown. And apparently this was an individual who was upset because his friend would not give him a ride to GameStop, so he threw 2 knives at him.
Okay, so it didn't happen at the GameStop.
No.
It was just over
which is good.
GameStop. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so next we're going to go to my birthday, which is actually the time we're recording this in 2 days on September 30th.
Happy pre-birthday.
Yeah, thank you. And happy belated birthday if you're listening to this on Monday. So.
Oh, yeah, happy belated birthday.
What was your favorite birthday gift?
My favorite birthday gift ever?
That you got yesterday.
And then make sure your wife listens to this before it airs.
It was just a sweet embrace from my loving wife. That's it. That's all I needed. Okay, so on September 30th, 2008, a Florida man dives into the water to punch shark and save his dog. So, I mean, that seems reasonable, I think.
Is he related to the Australian guy that punched a kangaroo to save his dog?
Maybe.
That was
impressive.
Very similar incidents.
I mean, people will do things to save their dogs. Well, then in 2020, a Florida man accused of throwing holy book at deputy. And apparently the suspect claims that God told him to break into his neighbor's house. So, you know, when God tells you to do something,
you
I
can't say
mean,
no.
sometimes you
gotta just go with it.
So, you know, as you're reading these out, I'm trying to find the video, and that one's not on here, but the very first video that comes up says Florida man throws baby at deputy after wild chase. Is that what you did? You said holy book, right?
holy book. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's also one that throws a baby at a deputy.
Throws a baby.
So, yeah.
All right, and Ryan's birthday is, if you're listening to this on Monday, his birthday is tomorrow, October 3rd. So happy birthday to Ryan.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Ryan.
So we saved yours for last since it's tomorrow. October 3rd, 2019, Florida man accused of pouring beer into alligator's mouth. So, yeah. And Grant's got the alligators
Was
ready.
alligator thirsty?
And then October 3rd, 2022, Florida man uses infant as human shield before being tased and arrested.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's going to be on here. I guarantee it.
So I don't know if
Here it
that's
is.
related to the baby throwing incident.
That's incredibly.
Was the
Florida
baby
man
tased
story.
or was he tased?
It wasn't clear in the headline.
No.
You ready?
Oh, we have a video.
We have a video.
All right. Florida man action.
And it's out of McDonald's. Perfect.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I don't think that kid's loving it.
No. That kid is not having a happy meal.
So does he get tased while he's holding the baby?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Here, let's go ahead a little bit.
Whose baby is it? Oh gosh!
Oh, there's the baby. There's the baby. Crazy.
Oh, man.
Lord.
That was shocking.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Maybe it was a McDonald's biscuit.
So,
He risked it for the biscuit.
that's right. So those were some great headlines. I have
Florida.
actually about 6 more of just random dates, and these are sort of best of all time category. So I'm just going to read these. These are pretty amazing. January 9th, 2018, Florida man ripped urinal from restroom bathroom wall, ran away naked into the woods. June 7th, 2018, Florida man gets tired of waiting at hospital, steals ambulance, and drives home. So that's pretty good.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, they do. I mean, they're taking forever to do paperwork.
Seriously, and you're paying so much, you might as well get a free ride out of it.
Yeah. And then this is great, only in Florida. May 25th, 2018, Florida man breaks into jail to hang out with his friends. Makes sense. And then another fast food, and this one I think maybe takes the cake. You want to get that alligator back out, Grant. February 8th, 2016, Florida man throws live alligator through Wendy's drive-through window.
I think I've seen that one.
All right, here's the video.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. We got to get through 3 seconds of ad here, then I'll throw it over.
Yeah, we don't want to give free ad time.
To get that honey sauce on me.
Yeah,
I
keep
don't
playing
like
it.
the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
That's what the alligator is singing as he's flying through the window.
Here's the news story. So I think they just have a picture and not a video.
People have shared this story today. A 24-year-old man, this man right here, who's been throwing an alligator.
Here's a better picture.
Window. Our Jared works.
Gosh.
Through window. Florida Fish and Wildlife was far from amused. They used a credit card receipt.
Okay, look at this guy. That guy does not look like Florida man.
Yeah, he looks normal.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. Maybe he was a little high.
I think that's the danger about Florida man is that he could be anything.
Yeah, that's right.
You could be Florida man.
All right, so June 9th, 2017. This seems reasonable too. Florida man calls 911, says he needs a ride to Hooters.
Was it Michael Scott?
It might have been.
And he's listening to those like "Don't drink and drive" PSAs. He was like, "Hey, give me a ride, okay?"
Yeah, I mean, I need my wings. Come on. So Christmas Eve 2015, this one's pretty amazing. Florida man attempting to time travel crashes into strip mall. So apparently he did
I think I remember hearing about that one.
Miles per hour. His flux was not flexing. And then this one, I don't have a date on it, but I just sort of found this, and I don't even know if it's true, but I'm going to read it because it's awesome. Police say Florida man with no arms and no legs is armed and on the run.
That's just a good, great headline. Okay, I just want to show you the car here.
On the roll.
That this guy.
Oh, the time traveling car?
Time travel, because he attempted to make a DeLorean type of vehicle. There it is. So it looks like it's a Charger, maybe.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
Challenger.
Yeah. Go for it.
He probably bought a flux capacitor off of Wish.
It's like on Napoleon Dynamite when he buys the time traveling crystals.
Whatever he bought's probably better than what they use on Napoleon.
Ripoff.
Oh man, I love Florida man stories. Hey, Google your birthday and Florida man and see what comes back. Hey, I'm wearing this shirt that my sister got me. It says Hunk, and it's not just because I'm trying to pump myself up. This is from Hunt Brothers Pizza, who, by the way, sells hunks at your local gas station. And I'm wearing it because we have a sound clip that that references hunk quite often. This one. Nothing like warming up at 2 a.m. with a sweaty hunk. We have so many great sound clips, and it's just a collection of some of the funny things that some of the guys have said over the last year, and some of the things that we just have integrated into the podcast. And many of you have integrated yourself into the podcast with your comments, and we want those to keep coming. And hey, we may even have some of you on the podcast, you frequent commenters, just because we want you to join the discussion, because that's what it's all about. It's not about us. It's about just enjoying some fun discussion with people that are out there. And one of those people actually did come on the podcast. Well, a couple of them did. Tyler came on the podcast, and so did Ethan came on the podcast. And one of our favorite moments that we're going to share now is from when Ethan came on the podcast, and we immediately made him take off his shoes to reveal his Frodo Baggins feet, and put his feet on this little pad that sent electroshocks throughout his body. It was just humorous and funny. So enjoy this. Got this interesting contraption from my sister. Because I'm a runner, this actually is a pad that massages your feet by sending like pulses through your bare feet. And it has 19 different levels. So you can start off at level 1 and you can barely feel it. But when you get to level 19, it feels like borderline electric chair.
Doctors using witchcraft on me to get the fire off me!
Yeah, I was wondering if somebody should try this out live on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
And maybe we can get it all the way up to as much as they can handle.
Maybe we should vote. Everyone for Ethan, raise your hand.
Yeah!
Oh, Ethan voted for us.
All right.
I was going to say, what better to have our special guest do than to electrocute his feet?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm gonna
Hey, first he should wash his feet and not dry very well.
So you do have to do this barefoot. You do have to do this barefoot, by the way.
Oh man,
Lose the socks.
Here,
I got Bowser socks on.
I am going to remove my headphones and step away from the mic for a minute so I can help Ethan. So here we go.
Okay. Do I need to remove mine? I guess. Oh.
To put socks on?
No,
Or
take my socks off. I don't. Well, I gotta scoop that. Oh, the mic.
If you want to be like unencumbered by the cord of the head.
All right, so it's me, Ryan, and Grant for a bit. So,
well,
let's
you two,
talk about,
did you know?
about Jeff and Ethan. What really annoys you most about them?
What annoys you about me?
Nothing. Crickets.
I say
There's nothing.
the only thing that I'm focused on is Grant's mustache.
Grant, that is.
You're welcome.
Nice. I like it.
Is that wife approved?
No, she hates it. But she hasn't said anything about it. And as soon as she does, it comes right off.
Okay.
And it survived 2 weeks so far.
All right, Ethan's going here.
Oh.
All right, so it's on level 1.
Just put my feet on?
Yep. Just put your feet on. Do you feel anything right now? Probably not.
No.
Okay. We're just going to slowly work it up.
Hey, do you want me to
Level 2.
do that so you can be on the mic?
Oh, it's all right.
Okay,
Just in case it cuts off.
Oh, okay. Y'all.
I can hear him.
Hi.
Yeah, Sharon.
Oh.
You starting to feel it?
Oh, it's only level 4?
It's only on 4.
And how many
Oh.
levels does it have?
19.
Okay.
What's that thing called?
So does it feel too bad? I mean, is it okay?
No, I mean it just feels like that moment you know that your feet are or a limb's about to go numb. That's what it feels like.
Oh, like
It's like right before.
We're going to
Yeah.
bring it up to 6 here.
Okay.
Is this kind of like when husbands put the machine on that helps them see what a contraction feels like?
I wouldn't
Maybe,
know.
I mean, we can put it on your stomach.
Okay.
See how it's going.
I don't know. I don't have feet on my stomach. So I don't
Put
know.
it on his face.
8?
It actually feels nice.
Yeah, okay.
It's not terrible.
You can actually see it pulsing through your feet.
Yeah, I can feel it like
Yeah.
in my
You
shin
can
right
see it
here.
pulse through his feet.
And so you guys can't see this, but Ethan's got some nice
Oh, yeah.
feet here.
He's got some hairy feet.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, it looks very Frodo-ish.
Yeah, I was about to say that
Yeah.
it looks like he just walked out
Been
the Shire.
traipsing through the Shire all afternoon.
All right, now we're up to level 10.
I mean,
Ethan's taking this like a champ. I think we can get all the
it feels nice.
I think we can get all the way to 19.
I can. It's mainly I can feel it in like my ankle shin area. Oh man, that looks weird.
We're about to start seeing like your feet and like lower leg
Are you
muscles
actually
just
moving your
contract.
feet?
No, I'm not.
You're not moving your
No,
feet right now?
it's moving my feet.
I feel like we
I
should've
think
had
it's
some
like the
music or something.
muscles.
Is this a
It's
Ouija
like
board?
the muscles. Oh gosh,
All right, we're up to 17.
I'm not.
I mean, his
I
feet
am
are
not
really
moving.
moving here.
You're not doing that?
No, that's not me. I'm just.
I really wish we had this
Oh,
on video so the one YouTube
All right,
watcher could see.
this is all
I can
the way
record
up.
it.
Would have thought about it. I should have
To,
pulled it up on
19.
my phone.
Record my feet. There we go. That's the.
Well, can we launch a second camera real quick?
Yeah. We got to get this for the viewers.
Yeah.
it's just weird.
All right, viewers, talk amongst yourselves.
Tyler and David need to see this.
Yeah,
They're gonna want to try it.
and
I'm starting to feel it like in my calves now. It's like up here. I don't know. I wonder if I can like just keep my feet on the ground if I have to be like down here.
This music is nice.
I'll play music.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear the music?
Yeah,
I can barely.
I can barely hear it.
All right,
Yeah.
All right. Join the second camera. Let's see if this works. Join this camera.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Okay, it doesn't show up on there, but it should show up. All right, here we go.
There we go.
See it, right?
I'm not moving my feet. It's just.
That's why. Look how hairy those things are.
Hairy dogs.
Thank you.
So you're welcome to keep this throughout the episode.
I think I'm good. It might distract me a little bit.
Let's see how long you can go.
Oh, that feels weird. Okay.
I don't think you're supposed to go longer than 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
At least that's what.
I can start feeling it up and through my knees. It's just shocks that go through.
We don't need Ethan to not be able.
I want to say so many things right now.
So should we?
What did he say?
Said he wants to say so many things right now.
All right, I got a 10-minute.
Me too.
10-minute timer on 19.
On 19. Oh, what? Huh?
Yeah, so
What?
Well, hold on. Set it 2 minutes down because it's already been on there for a little bit.
All right, we'll crank it down to 14.
It's 14. Okay. Well, I
We'll
gotta
check back
reset.
I don't know how to take minutes off, but I can add minutes easily.
Oh, don't do that.
All right, here we go.
Well, it's good to be back.
We'll do 7 minutes for it. All right.
Okay.
Weird being on that side of the room.
We're rolling. All right.
Oh, man, I
So
like that.
if anyone is still with us, we're going to see how that goes. Crazy kind of thing to do around here. So welcome, Ethan. It is good to have you. So Ryan, what about your birthday?
Before I get that, I just want to say for our Spotify listeners, they loved that whole past 10 minutes just now.
You're welcome to
I listen through Spotify, so it's like I have no idea what's going on.
So do you get frustrated?
No, not really, because then I print shirts, and so I have nothing better to do. So recently I've just been setting it up on the glue bottle that I have there, and I'll just watch all the stuff I've missed that is visual.
Okay, so you can get us free T-shirts. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Lucky, but not for me.
Okay.
Somebody's got to pay.
Somebody's paying.
Somebody's got to pay for it. Yeah.
We won't say they're from you.
There you go.
Yeah.
How those feet feeling? You got 6 minutes left.
No, I got a cramp in my calf.
Ooh.
It's like my lower calf. It's like getting a workout. Like, you know when you do calf raises?
You're going to be like super
what it feels
sore
like.
tomorrow morning.
Oh, man.
I only did it for like 5 minutes the other day.
You've already done it?
And,
Okay.
And I woke up sore.
You just pretend.
He has to be in a wedding on Saturday, walking down the aisle. We'll see how fun.
And I got to be in boots,
So-
too.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan, if you wake up with some funky foot disease, just know that Jeff has used that first.
Yes. And my kids.
And
And I put it on my dog.
so I know who I'm
It's just being
suing. Good to
passed
know.
around.
Good to know.
Where
I'm on my
on
feet,
your
like-
dog?
8 hours a
But
day.
if you get some like BioFreeze or Icy Hot,
60% of the time, it works every time.
All right, so what I was going to say about my birthday.
Back to me.
No, just
Yeah.
trying to.
We know it's all about you, Ryan.
I mainly just want to show this picture. So my birthday was Tuesday, and we went to me, my wife, some friends. We went to Camacho's
oh yeah,
to have some deep dish pizza. And we got it, and we inadvertently were there for trivia night, which is apparently every Tuesday at Camacho's. So we decided to sign up for trivia and play while we were there. And we did get third place, which was nice. We probably would have gotten like second or first place because the very last question is basically like a 4-part question. And if you got any part of it wrong, you lost all the points you wagered. You could do a max of 20 points. Well, I was like, go big or go home. So I was at 20 points. We're either going to win this or we're going to lose it. So we ended up losing 20 points.
Bummer.
Because not only, so it was like 4 different things. You had to organize them between like the biggest to smallest, essentially, numerically. So it was like, one was like the amount of seasons that Babe Ruth had, 40 home runs or more. One was like the wingspan of a fish owl, I don't know,
African swallow.
Yeah, something like that. One was some movie that has the most Oscars ever. How many Oscars it has, and then there was another one that was like The Weeks of the Old Town Road was number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And so not only did we get the order, wrong of those, I misheard the rules and I listed them backwards from what they wanted. So we were completely wrong.
Did you have it correct, just backwards?
No, we were off on one of them because I thought that I was like, surely the movie with the most Oscars did not have more Oscars than Babe Ruth had 40 plus home run seasons, and I was wrong.
So you're like the guy on Jeopardy that like wagers all his money at the very end, and like gets it wrong.
Because I mean, if you're not going to win big, there's no reason to play.
You got like $8,000. You give like $7,999.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
You at least have $1.
So also,
what place did you come?
As we were playing this, my friend Tyler, listener Tyler, he told them it was my birthday, and they shouted me out on the trivia mic. Yeah. And then so the restaurant brought me a birthday cannoli free of charge.
Wow, nice.
And this is how it arrived at the table. Just they tried to write happy birthday on there. And
bag of wolves.
It looks
kind of like a crime scene.
Yeah.
And I think there was already a bite taken out of it.
Or they had a third grader in the back who did that.
That could have been. I think it also rolled around. I think they didn't realize that a cannoli is round and,
Could have been the owner's son.
Roly cannoli.
So that was my birthday. It was fun. My wife, she usually tries to make me a cake or something on my birthday, but I told her, I was like, you know what? I just want some really good chocolate chip cookies this year.
Oh, yeah.
And she made like enough chocolate chip cookies to feed an army. I felt like I was swimming in them for days.
Yeah.
That's funny because I told my wife I didn't want a cake. I was like, I want peanut butter pie. And she went and got some at the chopping block.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I could have swam in some of that stuff.
That's delicious.
Hey, how much time is left?
We're glad you guys are still with us.
You're like, my feet are still here.
That was timer went off like 10 minutes ago.
Let's see. Where are we on this timer? I'll close it down. All right, we're at a minute and 10 seconds.
Oh, man.
We're almost there.
We did have to punt sex.
So such an out of context. Okay, so before we find out what's going on with this feat, so
Nothing good.
Again, we're about a quarter of the way already through the NFL season, which is crazy to think about. So thought we'd update on where our favorite teams are, because it looks like we should all be in a deep, dark depression for some reason. I think we should start with Grant, because he's the worst. Grant, you're a Bears fan, right?
They spanked my Bears.
Yeah. So they're 0-4.
Yes.
And they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory this past weekend. Did you watch that game?
But what am I?
Did you watch that game?
I left church when the Bears were winning. I think it was 28-7. By the time I got home, it was 28-28. Oh, let's pause.
Okay, hold on a second.
Oh my gosh, hallelujah. Oh, praise the
There
Lord.
we go.
Oh.
How do they feel?
Can
you feel them?
I can. And I'm trying to figure out how to turn this thing off. I'm just gonna put it over you for now.
Yeah.
You might want to watch those after.
Are your feet still twitching?
They're definitely feel like they need to be massaged afterward. I don't think that's
that thing will probably help. It's got electric pulses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I might have to use it one
other
time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
If anybody else wants to use
If you
it,
just take it with some duct tape and just wrap it around your calf, turn it on for 10 minutes.
That sounds like
right.
just some awful prank that you would do.
Lucky.
You wake somebody up.
Welcome to the
with
podcast.
it.
We are all about product placement on the show. So if you have a product that you want us to place, hey, let us place it. Speaking of funny things or products, I also got this for Christmas. It's called President Predicto. Now, it has Trump on it. This is not an endorsement of any political candidate. Hey, we may get to some of those discussions later on because this is an election year. This is more just for humor. Okay. So don't think that we're like Trump supporters or Biden supporters or any supporters for that matter. Honestly, we have very unique opinions, and hopefully we'll share those at some point. But just enjoy the humor of this. This is like a magic 8-ball, if you will. And I want to ask it a question. So I'm going to turn it on and let you hear this for those of you that are just listening. It's kind of magical when it starts, if it will ever start. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, look at that.
Absolutely.
There we go. All right. So what we want to do is we want to ask a question. And I think a great question to ask is in regards to Grant's dad jokes, because there's so many of them. And it just seems like he never runs out of dad jokes. So we're going to ask the Predicto if Grant will eventually hit a point where he just runs out of dad jokes. So President Predicto, will Grant ever run out of dad jokes?
I don't know, to be honest.
Well, that's great. I mean, you said exactly what we thought we could say if we were trying to predict it. So let's ask him something else. Maybe that was just a little too foggy for him. How about this? Will we ever have Hunt Brothers Pizza just live on the podcast together?
That would be a great thing for all of humanity.
It would be. That also didn't answer the question. It was just sort of a generalization, just like a politician, right? I still think we need something a little bit more substantial. Hey, it's football season. Football playoffs are right around the corner. Will the Chiefs and Travis Kelce repeat as Super Bowl champs and Taylor Swift come running on the field hugging her hunk of man?
It looks like it could happen.
All right. Again, a very vague answer. So this is turning out to be a great segment.
No. Next question.
All right. The Predicto, did not fail. Maybe we should have the Predicto as a segment, but we've had so many fun segments on this show, like Ryan and his soda sommelier, Grant and his dad jokes, Josh and his conspiracy theories, me and my sweat the small stuff rants and top fives. I mean, there's been so many, and we just couldn't get into all of them. But we did recently have a segment that was pitched to us by Josh's youth pastor, and it was a Yo Mama joke segment. And let me tell you, the Yo Mama jokes went flying, and I think a lot of you enjoyed that. So we're going to let you hear that again, and enjoy this.
Me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so our youth pastor, I don't know if he listens or not. I mean, we are right in line with his level of humor, but he said you guys should tell Yo Mama jokes on the podcast. So I thought maybe we could do one of those challenges where maybe we go around and share one or two of our favorite Yo Mama jokes, and the rest of us try not to laugh at it. So,
yeah, tell me what his mom's name is. I got you covered.
So, do you guys have your jokes at the ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of.
So I don't mind.
Hey, got you covered.
Yeah, this segment sponsored by Kevin Kennedy Law Firm.
We should have done this on Mother's Day.
We should, with your mom.
Yeah. Well, next Mother's Day we'll bring that up.
See if she approves.
Yeah. Let her tell some.
Be better. If your mom told your mama jokes, I would laugh.
She would. There were a few years where when our girls were like 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there, we went on vacation with my parents, and the girls would sit around with my dad, and they would look up online the best Yo Mama jokes and just go around telling them. And my mom would, she wouldn't really participate. She'd just sit and watch, and she didn't want you to know that she thought it was funny. So she would just kind of her shoulders going. So she's a fan of Yo Mama jokes. So does anybody want to kick us off? If not, I'll
So the rest of us cannot laugh.
Try not to laugh. Yeah, and and if you really don't laugh, that means it was probably a dud. No one laughs at it, so. Anybody want to jump off? Got one ready to go?
I got one ready.
All right.
So I was looking up. I couldn't remember like
I'm already laughing.
I couldn't remember a ton off the top of my head. So earlier I was just like looking some up, just to, like refresh my memory of Yo Mama jokes. And I was reacquainted with a couple of my old time favorites. One is your mama's so fat, if she buys a fur coat, a whole species becomes extinct.
I'm looking at Ryan's sweater.
Oh my god!
That's a good one.
Do you want me to go with another one, or do you want?
Let's go around.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I'll go, and we'll go this way, and then Grant, you're on the end of the circle.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Yo mama so fat, when God said, "Let there be light," he had to ask her to move out of the way.
I like that one.
It's hard.
So I guess you got to wait like what, 3 seconds? If you laugh within 3 seconds or something. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's gotta be a time.
So it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yo mama so hairy. When she shave her legs, weed whacker.
Whacker. I hardly know her.
That's a good one. Okay, and your delivery was spot on. That was
yeah.
This one's a Christmas themed one.
Ooh.
Yo mama so ugly, people think you were immaculately conceived.
That's nice keeping it in the theme of the podcast.
Yeah,
I did some homework.
Yeah, you trying to say Mary was a homely woman?
No, but Joe was. Joe mama.
Oh, you were talking about Boaz's cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Not Joaz. Get Joaz in here. I want to beat your ass.
I still remember that time when we were at FBC and our pastor was preaching on Joash. And I'm
his intern.
And I'm just trying to listen, and Grant is sitting next to me, I think. He turns to me and he's like, "Get Joash over here."
Dr. Freeman, we appreciate you.
And that's all I could hear the rest of the sermon. Was every time he said Joash.
I can't hear that name anymore.
No, it's
without
ruined.
thinking of that.
You're
Oh, you got
welcome.
another one, Grant?
I do. I got.
Oh, no, Grant. Ryan. Sorry.
Yeah. So here we go. Your mama's so fat, she was overthrown by a small militia group, and she's now known as the Republic of Yo Mama.
That's good.
And they probably have weird Christmas traditions too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The world used to be flat. Then they buried your mama.
Boom, roasted.
Right. That's my flat Earth Yo Mama joke.
No, we need to sing.
Ooh.
That. Play that.
And that's how God made Saturn.
Yo mama so hairy. That 2 birds built nest in her armpits, and she don't even know about it.
I thought you were telling the weed whacker joke again.
Weed whacker.
Mama's back so hairy. Weed whacker. That would have been brilliant, man.
It would have been.
Dang.
Well, your mama so ugly, Peter saw her face and denied Christ 3 times.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Peter who?
Jesus, Juke.
I was like, we're going to say Peter. I hardly know.
You got some more?
Yeah.
Oh, another round. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Your mama's so stupid. When they said order in the court, she asked for fries and a shake.
She sounds like a youth pastor.
Yo mama's so ugly. The whole world faked a pandemic just so she'd wear a mask. Really? I thought that would do better.
3 years ago, that would have.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Too soon.
Okay.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Yo mama's so ugly. She went to a One Direction concert, and they went the other way.
Just as bad as my pandemic.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
Went to a One Direction concert.
Yo mama's so fat. God thought she was 10 righteous people and spared Sodom.
So
these are biblical.
Are you writing these or
No, I compiled them. I was so excited about today. I did homework for this.
So you Googled Christian yo mama jokes or
Your mama's so ugly. They didn't give her a costume when she auditioned for Star Wars.
Klingon? Or is Klingon Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Either way. Figure out. I have so many which I want to try. All right, let's try this one.
All right. Great face.
Yo mama's so ugly. She makes blind kids cry.
Oh
man. All right, how about this one? We'll see if this one, because it was either that or this. Yo mama's so fat, the back of her neck looks like a package of hot dogs. I should have gone.
I do like that one.
Yo mama's butt cheeks so big, even Moses could part them.
Josh is laughing at butt cheeks. He was gone already.
When you said butt cheeks, I could get it. That's a good one.
We thought only God could damn things. Then your mama tried to bathe in the Jordan.
Oh man, I love
We have alienated our 2 female listeners.
Yeah, I think my mom was on here.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on this special best of episode of the Dude Fax podcast. New content, hey, it's coming pretty soon. It's going to be awesome, I tell you. So here's what we want you to do. 1, interact with us through our social media. Tell your friends about our podcast and forward it along as much as you can. Join the conversation. Even give us input on, hey, that segment's great, that segment's terrible. Or, hey, will you talk about this topic? Or here's a question that I would love for you guys to answer. And, hey, we may even have you on the podcast. Most of all, continue to pray for us. Pray for Josh and his family again. But also pray for us as a group of guys who all do ministry in various ways and want this podcast to not just be something that's funny or silly or that goes viral or anything like that, but genuinely helps people that just want something lighthearted and fun, but also at the same time informative to help them in their Christian walk. And I know some of you have mentioned how it's helped you, and that's really, really encouraging. So pray for us as we seek wisdom and the best way to do that. And also let us know how we can pray for you, because we love you guys. And we just hope that God's doing some awesome things in your life right now. He's always working. You just have to have your eyes open to it. And I hope that 2024 is going to be a great year for you. I know it will be for us in the Dude Fax podcast. And hopefully we can have some fun together and learn some things. Thanks for listening. As always, we will see you guys next time.
Affirmative.